Yeah, we back. It's your boy Old Five Dynasty. So I try to do like 2 or 3 videos a day for the 15-minute videos. It's an episode a day. And actually I have a lot. I have like at least 2 weeks of video footage as I'm recording this. So I have like 2 weeks of video footage for like 7 days straight as I'm recording this, which means like by the time I get to this video recording right here on YouTube, I probably will have like a month or maybe 2 months of videos recorded. So I'm doing the video every day. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try to do a vlog video for a full year. A full year, 365 days. I think I could pull it off. I think I could do it. You know what I mean? I think so. But I mean, it's not like that was my main goal and objective when I started doing this. It just, I want to just keep it going. I love it. I feel so great doing it. So, yeah, there's a couple things I want to talk about. Oh, okay. So, when are we going to get back to, when are we going to get back to the food, the grub? I didn't eat yet. I'm going to eat after I do all the episodes. It's nice and warm, though. When are we going to get back to the good food for thought? Like the lucky at the barbecue. Poetic justice. Shout out to Tupac. Shout out to, you know, Janet Jackson, everybody in that film. You know what I'm saying? It's Little Lucky, Little Lucky. Like when are we gonna get back to that? When it was just, we out there playing ball and we're just enjoying life and having fun and we out there talking and playing dominoes, playing checkers, playing spades, playing go fish, doing the double dutch over there. The boys in there trying to play double dutch with the girls because they want to impress them. And, the guys are on the basketball court and everybody got their shirt off because they trying to impress the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like when are we going to get back to like that, man? Is that reality? Am I asking for too much? Can we get back to that? Is that going to come back? Because I feel like at that stage, we were so wholesome as human beings in our flesh. Our souls were whole, like warm bodies. It was always drama. Everybody was always fighting. You had that crazy uncle getting drunk, messing up the barbecue. But that was amazing because that gave everybody stories. We had something to talk about. It was cool. It was so cool back there. Now it's just, I was picking up my kids the other day ago and I was on my phone, but I was on my phone because I was just like, I pulled it out. I just pulled it out to check a couple of things. But in my mind, I was like, I'm picking up my kids. I shouldn't be on my phone because it shows like bad characteristics, like bad, like traits. I think a lot about today's society has bad characteristics and traits. Like it's just bad. Right? But then when I looked up, there was a parent to my left. There was two parents sitting outside on the stoop and there was a kid sitting on the stoop too. And all the parents, they look like they're around my age too. So they're a little bit older, you know what I mean? And they were sitting there and their heads were like this, looking down. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got their phone and they're like this, and they're just looking down. And I'm like, damn. I just started to think to myself, like, damn, we've gone off the deep end as society, man. We're done, man. We're done. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't like, and the kid was just sitting there, and like, to me, I'm thinking like the kid is waiting to be played with. The kid that had nothing to do. So I think we lost our way. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know if it's everybody. I don't know if it's the whole world. But from what I see, I just see like we lost our way. Like you have to think about it. When you're walking down the street, you could look at the big cities. Look at the major cities that have a ton of people walking around, right? Remember, it used to be all about, oh, you visit the big city, you see the bright lights, the buildings are so tall, they got the neon signs. It's just, you're just looking around, it's amazing. Everybody, would take pictures with the old cameras, not these phones. It's like the old cameras, Polaroids and stuff like that. The original cameras that we used to have. And you would see somebody taking pictures. You be, oh wow, that person over taking pictures, because not everybody had a camera back then. It wasn't like everybody. It was like, unless you got a disposable camera. But now, when you look at the cities, the lights are on the streets with you. So if you get a chance, take a look at a video, a movie, something, especially in the big cities. And as people walking down the streets, they have their phone out. And they're just looking at that the whole way. So now the lights, like the big buildings and all that stuff, don't even matter anymore. It's just that phone. Damn. And it's like, well, do you complain about it? Because things need to progress. Like the world needs to, everybody needs to progress. We need to grow. I mean, so do you complain about the growth, or do you accept the growth? Do you like the growth? Like, I don't know. I can't answer that question, but I believe there should be balance. Like, like what they say with Star Wars, it needs to be balance in the Force, right? Balance. I don't see that there's balance right now. Balance with people going out the house and touching grass, like doing something other than the phone in the hand. There was limited barbecues this summer. I walk outside, I see no kids playing around. Literally, no kids, man. Like no, like just like no kids. And maybe before the pandemic, yes, before the pandemic, maybe like 3 years ago, there should be a couple kids outside, but only a couple. They should be riding up down the block on their bikes, but you should see their parents would look like they're around my age. So their parents, they experienced it themselves. So of course they got their kids to go outside. I'm Gen X. I was born in 1980. Well, that's the best era ever. So sorry, everybody. And now after COVID, you don't see those kids at all. Like everybody's just gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't see anybody. Even my kids, they don't go outside. My kids don't even want, like, they want to, but they want to go places. Like my kids, they love going out the house. But it's like when they go out the house, they have to be going somewhere. Like, like we got to be spending money on them. Even if it's Chuck E. Cheese, that's still money you got to spend. We got to go there. They like to go to destinations, but they love going out the house. So I'm thankful and I'm blessed for that. But they don't like to just go outside by themselves. Like they never. I don't think they don't like have that thought process of like, oh, get up, grab my stuff, run out the door. They don't have that thought process, and I don't know if it's because of like the way we brought them up, or just society in general. Like, I think it's both. Like, I think it's society in general, because society doesn't produce outside. They don't. There's no other kids outside, so they're not going to see that. Sometimes you have to see something to want to be like, oh, okay, and then that's what you do. And another thing is like, I do a lot of music and graphic design. I'm always on the computer a lot. Like that's what that's for entertainment. That's what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my own website. I design my website, so I'm doing a lot of coding, which is hard. Like, so I'm behind the computer, so they always see that. So then now they get behind their screens. So I think it's a mixture of both. Because before the pandemic, when there was those couple kids outside, I would take my kids outside and we would be out there, and my kids would be like, "Oh, can I go play with them?" I'm like, I don't know about that. Those kids are a little rough around the edges, but we would still be outside. We had a child that lived downstairs from us, and he would come outside and they would play a little bit, and I would be out there exercising and dancing and things of that nature. I should play football by myself, throwing it up and catching it. Like all the crazy stuff I would do. And I would play with them too. They would play it by themselves. They'd kick the soccer ball. We try to make sure they don't go on the street. Like stuff that I used to do as a child. They would do that. Now, as of today, it's they don't. Yeah. But is it bad? I don't know if it's bad because of the way the world is moving. But I think we need both though. I think we can't lose the sight of being human beings, because you lose that sight of being human beings, you're gonna miss out on some skills. I think that's the problem. I think you could miss out on social skills. I think you miss out on physical skills, like hands on. Like, I don't think my son will ever be into construction because he doesn't do anything hands on. Like, you barely touch him and he's like, oh, that hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, well, I mean, gotta get that water. So, you know, I can do it the proper way. But I don't think like he'll be that type. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to say he should be like my oldest should be in construction, but I'm saying the mentality of like, if you kind of get the body knowing certain things, if something was to come up, you can kind of get through it. You can kind of do some stuff. So, like for example, like if I'm at work and they're like, "Hey, Jamel, can you please come over and help me do this and do that?" I was sure. I just jump right away and go do it because I kind of have an idea of how to do something, because I've been through some stuff in my childhood, physical activities, stuff I can lift things. You know what I'm saying? I know if something falls on me, you know what I'm saying. It won't kill me as much. I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I know like, oh, this happened. Well, let me go do this because I've been through it. You know what I mean? If you go through certain things, if you go through certain things in this world, it could prepare you for a lot of different variables, different scenarios in the world. If you understand what I'm saying, it's almost like you do something on the stove. Well, somebody who's never done something on the stove before, they're not going to be able to know how to work a stove. Even though the stove is simple, they still not going to know how to work it. I'll give you a prime example. My girl told my oldest son, "Yo, go in there and turn the stove on." We're in the living room. The stove was like right there. I said, "You sure about that? You want to tell him to go turn the stove on?" She said, "Oh, he got it." Goes in there. All I hear is, "Pop." Be like, "What the is that? What you do?" Come in the kitchen. He's he he was struggling to turn the knob, so he pushed the knob so hard that he popped it off. And those knobs are plastic knobs in the stove. But since he didn't have the knowledge of how to turn the stove on properly, he did it forcefully and broke it because he never went through that before. So we wound up saying we wound up ordering a new knob, and we fixed it. You know what I'm saying, we put a new knob on, whatever, and then we showed them how to turn it on. But we was like, you know what, just leave it alone for now. Like, when you get a little bit older, yeah. But my mindset is like, you need to go through certain things in life in order for you to help you with something else. Like maybe if he was to open up a bottle of soda, that would help him understand, like, oh, I need to twist a certain way because if I go this way, it's just tightens. If I go this way, it loosens it. So when he would have touched the stove, he would have went that way and understood, like, oh, it stopped me. Let me go this way. Oh, it stopped me that way too. Oh, something. Well, since it's stopping me both ways on the stove, let me go back and ask my parent, how do I do this? Because it's stopping me from going both ways. Then we could have told him like, oh, when you turn the stove, you got to push the knob in and then turn that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different ways. Like I feel like we're losing grasp on reality, society, using our hands, using our minds, perfecting the body, learning so much stuff that when situations come up, we'll be able to handle it. We can't think AI is going to help us in the future, man. Like AI is going to be AI is just going to take over. It's going to be limited, like flesh and bones on this earth. That's what you're looking at. You're not looking at like, I don't know. I don't know, son. I don't know, man. The boy don't know. It's your boy Old Fire Dynasty. I think I can record one more video today. Then I'm gonna get up out of here. Check y'all later.